Okay, hello. This is going to be a quick video on how to be able to set up the bot that you have purchased, which is just a simple snipe bot. So, as you can see already, this is what you will see after you've extracted your file. So you will receive the file in a zip. You will just extract that file to a folder. As you can see, my folder is BSC. Your folder will be BSC as well. You extract that out, and this is what you'll see. There is testnet version and there is mainnet version. However, I will delete the testnet version as it's not going to be useful for anyone, as you cannot see the buys with the bot anyway in testnet. So I'll delete that one because it was just for a test. What you're going to be interested anyway is you're going to only see mainnet. So the first place you want to go, if you want to go and edit this bit, you just go press edit, okay, and we'll go straight into that part right now. So now we're in the notepad version. As you can see, this is mainnet. So let's go through some important things. Wallet address, this is going to be the address of your wallet. So you copy that from your MetaMask, and it will be just the address of your wallet. If it's EBA 0x whatever ends in, just paste it here in between the quotation marks. Okay, so let's just pretend, show you an example. 0C000998A1. Okay, let's pretend that's my wallet. Obviously you're going to paste your real wallet in there. Now once you've pasted that in there, make sure you've pasted it in between the quotation marks. You want to paste your private key. You can get your private key through MetaMask, which is a simple tutorial. If you type on YouTube how to get private key on MetaMask, there's a tutorial. It will show you. When you get that key, paste it in between here. Okay, so paste it here. Example, assuming that's your private key, it goes in between those two marks. Okay, so assuming you have put your wallet and your private key in, that's majority of the hard work done. Now all you need to do now is to simply, if you know the token or you are waiting for the token, when you get the token, you paste the token. So assume this, okay, it's the token, whatever it is, okay, but instead let's remove that. Okay, so you're waiting for the token, get token, press save, bam. Once you have done that, obviously before you've even waited for the coin, as you're waiting for the coin, make sure you obviously set your buying amount. This is how much you want to buy in with. Okay, so this is 0.1001 BNB. You can do 1 BNB, 2 BNB, 3 BNB. Multi-buy, so if you go here and you say you want to buy in 5 times and you press save, it will buy in 5 different times at this amount. Obviously if you don't want to, and you just want to buy once, you can set it at once. I advise leaving multi-buy on all the time, because you can still buy once with multi-buy rather than turn it off false. It just saves you a lot of less work. If you know you're never going to ever use multi-buy, then sure, you can turn it off, but multi-buy true and 1 is the same as multi-buy false, so I would just leave it on. It just saves you less work. So yeah, now here, if you know the address of the currency you want to use to buy in, you could change this address. This is already by default BNB, but if you want to use, I don't know, BUSD, you can change this address to the BUSD address. Okay, in the same time, this is your GUI, this is your gas limit. You can change that if you want to, but probably better to leave it on the default settings. There isn't really any need to change this, to be honest. I would just leave it on 1, because if you put 2 or 3, that's just multiplying your gas limit, so it's not worth touching. Now, here, the two you want to change, ignore this. This is your provider backup. If you've got more than one private node, you could put the one that you don't want to use at the moment, you can put it here. However, if you want to use one different to this node, you can paste your WebSocket. It has to start with WSS. You can paste it here and here for the bot to work, okay? And it will use your private node. If you don't need to use a private node, you can use this default node that is provided with the bot. This isn't a private node. It's more of a less widely used node in terms of compared to the public nodes. This is just a bit more private, but it's obviously if you can afford a better node or you have your own full node set up at home, then it will be better to use that. But if not, leave it as it is. That's fine. And yeah, that's about it. Basically, there's nothing else really much to say on that side of things. Here as well, as we will go through this again. So when you get your bot, put your private key in, wallet address here. You're pretty much done. Press save. Whenever you are waiting for a token, make sure you have done the settings beforehand. How much gas you want to use, how much limit you want to use, how much BNB you want to buy into that project, and then press save. Don't touch this bit either. Only change this bit here, okay? Because this is your counter, so it has to start from 0. If you put 1, it will already assume that you have bought in once, and so the bot won't buy, so leave it on 0. Here, put the token you want to snipe in here. When you put the token you want to snipe in here, press save, and it will buy in straight away, okay? Press save to save it, okay? Then quickly make sure that you go into here, okay, into your BSC, and just press start mainnet, okay? That's why I would advise you to have both of them side by side. Let me quickly get those side by side so I can show you. I'm going to try and get those two, get my screen. There we go. Okay. So then get these two side by side, okay? If I am getting a token right, let me demo this for you. Obviously, pretend I have my private key and my wallet address here. So I'm waiting for a snipe, comes in, it comes in, Control V, Control S, and then mainnet here, okay? So for example, we show it again for you. Control V, Control S, and then press my mainnet. When you press start bot, the bot will open, and it will go to buy. Now obviously, I don't have my wallet here, so once I press mainnet, you can see that you'll get an error here, because I have not put my private key in, and so it's not going to be able to buy anything at the moment. So what you should go and do, of course, as well as that, I haven't obviously put a legit token in there. So let's take a break quickly and I'll show you how it works by buying something quickly. 1 second. Okay, so I've just filled in my private key and stuff, so I've had to hide that, of course. So now I've filled that in. So now we're going to do the test where say that you're waiting for a launch, okay? So we wait 2 or 3 seconds, we've filled everything in. Obviously you're going to buy more than this, but I'm just doing this for test. Now you get the contract, same thing again, S, and then straight to the mainnet. One buy, you can see the time, it's showing there, it's going to mine, and there you go, okay? It's bought in, and now it has given me, um, it has told me what the token I'm buying in with. It is telling me my current balance now after buying in, how many tokens I've got from that, how much gas costs. So you can see gas cost me 0.06. Obviously I've only bought one, so you can see, and obviously you can see when it bought in basically instantly. I pressed the key in, and you can see how long it's taken there. Now obviously if you want this even faster, because one thing with snipers, um, it's not this, once it gets to mining, everyone is at the same speed in the blockchain. So what you can do, most miners, most people with snipers do, is they use a very high amount of gas. I only used 8 gas on this. Some very fast snipers, people using snipers may choose that they're just going to do 50 gas or 100 gas, and that may mean that they get mined instantly. Now obviously I can't, in my opinion, afford 100 gas. 5 to 8 gas, if you're early enough, will get you in very very quickly. Because if you think about it, unless you maybe are throwing in 0.02 or 0.03, I mean 0.2 or 0.3 into a coin, most people are not going to put 50 or 100 gas unless it's a very hyped project. Then if they're throwing in like zero point 0.5 beans, it makes sense to also go in with like 100 gwei at the same time, because what gwei can do is it may make your transaction mined even faster. If not, you will have to be mined on the next block, which may mean, from the time you submit your transaction to the time the blockchain mines it for you, it may take whatever seconds it needs to. But that's not a problem, because everyone gets mined every 3 seconds from where they bought. So if you buy in at 34, the blockchain will, if unless a miner picks you up very very quickly in that current block, most people, regardless of how fast the sniper is, will be mined in the next block after. So a lot of the time, to get mined faster, or to get this transaction hash sent to you faster, you need to basically bribe the validators, which there's only 25 in Binance compared to Ethereum, which there's like a lot. So that's why it mines quickly in Ethereum. But you need to bribe the validators to basically take your request quickly. And the way you do that is to put like a lot of gwei. However, I always tell people I can never be bothered to bribe the validators, because a lot of the time it's still hit and miss. And obviously if you miss, then you've just paid the validators extra cash they don't deserve, and the miners extra cash they don't deserve. So for me, it's up to the user. If you can afford more than 20 gwei, it could be very very quick for you in terms of getting this transaction hash to be almost at the same time as when you submitted the request. But this bot, regardless, compared to doing it by hand, miles faster. You'll get in definitely before the humans. The humans that are using PooCoin PancakeSwap will, and you'll get in before most snipers as well. Providing, of course, you put the contract in correctly, you've put your amount already, you're not having to change your amount for some really bad reason again. And then obviously you press the start on time. And obviously if you get in too quickly, of course with the bot, which is because sometimes the bot can get in way too quickly and get blacklisted at times. If that happens, then maybe try and hold back just a small few seconds. However, you shouldn't run into that issue with this bot, because it's being made anyway to avoid that. So you won't be getting blacklisted with this bot. So any questions, obviously ask me or Ash, and I hope this tutorial helped you.